Great. Mechanics, please stand clear. We're ready to go. Just put in the fastest lap. Good job. Checks complete. We're ready.
Rightio. Second lap. Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Please subscribe if you're new. I was doing the most weirdest thing a second ago. Commentating despite my mic being turned off. Very, very weird that is. Well, it wasn't weird, I just left my microphone off. Bit stupid, more like. But anyway. Right. Second lap, or second flying lap, has begun. We did very well in that first run, with a 1:31.996. That's a pretty solid quali lap. But, can we go better? That's now the ultimate question then here. Anyway. So ahead of our brother, well not real brother, but brother in the game, let's say, in this fantasy Fabian Vettel career mode. We're ahead obviously of Vettel, the 4-time world champion. So obviously, bit of traffic. I'm not sure how many of these cars are going to commit to a flying lap. How many are coming in, if any are coming in. Anyway, out of the final corner, open up the DRS, and down the main pit straight. This is final lap. So, pretty nice through there, good run, and we do improve. So again, connecting turns 1 and 2 up, very important to the lap, not only to the lap, but to quali. And fastest first sector, in fact, by just a little bit over a tenth. Losing a bit of time, I feel like, through there, but not too much. Hopefully we're going to gain some of that back now, because we do have a bit of a slipstream, actually, from, I think it's the Williams of Kubica. Yes, it is. So here we go, and we're really catching on Robert here. Not a good exit there, but not too bad either. And we're only a tenth down off Lewis Hamilton's best as we head into the final moments of quali. Oh, that was horrible, bit of a mistake. So, you know, we've certainly lost a little bit of time through there. And it's not going to be an improvement, sadly. But, at the end of the day, you know, 5th place, I can't be disappointed with that. And, yeah, the car felt very good. So right, now we go into the race. We did very, very well there. In fact, very, very well. You know, I don't think we would have got pole. No way. But 5th isn't bad. 5th is a very, very good result then there, because, you know, at the end of the day, what? That's, well, basically a great starting position either way for the race. You know, due to the fact we're so high up, means got a better chance of scoring, well, not just good points, but excellent points, you know, at the end of the day. So, yeah, you know, do the right strategy, have a good race, and even a possible podium is on the cards here, really. So, yeah, you know, obviously we have been upgrading the car, so I guess maybe this is where the car is at these days, I just don't know. But that was a pretty good qualifying. My teammate didn't have a bad qualifying either, to tell you the truth. He had a pretty decent qualifying as well, my teammate did. So, at the end of the day, maybe this is where the car is at. Anyway, time for me to shut up, basically, and hand it over to Crofty, who will obviously run you through today's grid order.
Welcome along then to the Circuit Paul Ricard, home of the French Grand Prix, home race of the Renault team, and of course a number of the drivers on the grid as well. Of the 14 races held here up until 1990, 5 were won by a Frenchman, and 4 of those, of course, were Alain Prost. I wonder who'll add their name to that winners list today. The Circuit Paul Ricard then, a 3.6 mile track, 25 miles east of Marseille. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, with the main overtaking chance expected going into turn 8. Top speeds today should be around 205 miles per hour. Alongside me once again for coverage of today's race, it's none other than the great Anthony Davidson. I think we should begin by discussing Daniel Kvyat. Looks like they've got a tough race in store today, as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
Everyone has to deal with penalties or reliability issues from time to time throughout their career. You just have to suck up the pain and get on with the job at hand. Today isn't about performing a miracle to put the car back where it should be. It's about effective damage limitation.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking.
So, here we go then, for the French Grand Prix. So, it's Lewis Hamilton on pole from Max Verstappen in second place. Third is Leclerc, fourth Bottas, fifth obviously myself, sixth Vettel, seventh Albon, eighth Sainz, ninth Raikkonen, 10th Hulkenberg, 11th Grosjean, 12th Norris, 13th Perez, 14th Gasly, 15th Ricciardo, 16th Magnussen, 17th we have Stroll, 18th Kubica, then obviously Russell in 19th and Kvyat in obviously P20. So obviously got a pretty exciting grid. Obviously teammate didn't do, as I say, too bad, but anyway, should be an easy one stop here today. Obviously only a 14 lap race, and yeah, you know, we'll see what we can do then, obviously. So, you know, let's see what we can do here in the French Grand Prix, round number 8, of course. And yeah, you know, obviously excited for this one, because even though French Grand Prix isn't necessarily my home Grand Prix, nope, that is obviously 2 races to come, technically, I guess. But, you know, at the end of the day, I do like France. France is one of my favourite countries to visit. If you ever get the chance, highly recommended go see Paris. Is a very highly recommended place to go in Europe. And, yeah, you know, yeah, at the end of the day, it is a nice country, France. Very beautiful, great food, great culture. Is one of the better circuits, though. But I also do like the layout. It feels modern, this one. You know, it's a nice layout. I do like Paul Ricard a lot as a circuit layout and in terms of its modernness. But at the end of the day, sadly, its first 2 Grand Prix in 2018 and in 2019 have failed to deliver good racing, unfortunately. But yeah, still, we'll see. Like, you know, we will see what happens here today at the, obviously, French Grand Prix. Round number 8 of this 21 race calendar is about to begin. Here we go then. As we have done our formation lap, we're pulling up into our grid box now. As we are just behind Bottas, Leclerc. Obviously, in a way, I'm not going to be too ambitious into the first corner. However, if the opportunity arises, you've always got to take it, of course, I always say. Alright, 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go then for the French Grand Prix, and we've had an okay start then here, not a brilliant one either though, and already Vettel got a bit of contact for Albon then there, so Albon's lost a bit of front wing. We've fallen down into 7th. We didn't make a bad start, they've actually got a better start, and Raikkonen goes up my outside as me and my teammate trying to be a bit more cautious with my teammate obviously there, because it's my teammate, don't want to hit my teammate. But yeah, a bit of debris did go flying out that first corner. Not sure who lost that front wing. To me it looked a bit more darker end plate, so this would suggest probably it was obviously Alex Albon, but I may be wrong. Still, me and my teammate Kimi and I are scrapping here for P7 and P8, so my teammate made a good start obviously.
Let's focus now for the rest of the race.
As we go flat around Shin for the first time, and Irwin, you just see how much quicker obviously Hamilton is already. He's opened up the gap already on his first lap, and we're trying to get back and catch up to this group of cars here then. So yeah, Leclerc seeming not that fast at the moment, because he's sort of causing a bit of a roadblock here, but I don't know Albon's true pace. Right, I actually don't think it was Albon who lost his front wing. I think it was actually possibly Bottas, and we get a very good exit then here. And we're now slipstreaming Sebastian then here. We go on to lap 2 of 13, and again getting another good exit. We're going to get the chop back hopefully. Can we go around the outside of Vettel? Vettel closes the door then there. But yeah, certainly hustling Vettel's rear end a little bit, so Vettel's feeling a bit of a need to defend here as well, which is obviously a good sign that we're playing Vettel a little bit here. And here goes Vettel now, as you just see how much he pulls away down the straight this time. And yeah, knocking out one of them yellow bollard things. And Leclerc really struggling then here in this early phase of the race, for whatever reason, not too sure. And Hamilton, well, he's won. He has won this race already, and we're only on lap 2. Like, you know, I better not put the commentator curse on him. Probably already have, but yeah, you know, quite frankly, he's checked out at the front of the, you know, queue here. Like, you know, it's unreal how fast Hamilton seemed. Can Verstappen maybe launch something? I'm not too sure. We'll see. We'll soon find out. And can we go down Vettel's inside? Vettel does leave us a bit of room. And yes, we can, in fact. And that was a beautiful move. And down Vettel's inside. And that's us now up ahead of Vettel into 6th, behind Bottas, who I believe could possibly have a bit of front wing damage. I'm not too sure whether he does or he doesn't. One of the, well, either Albon or Vettel does have front wing damage, of course. I do believe it's probably more likely to be Bottas, due to the fact it was a dark one, and from what I can see, if it was Albon, surely I would be able to see his front wing a little bit damaged, which I can't, to tell you the truth, so therefore I've got to conclude it's Bottas who has the damage, as Vettel's going to be so quick coming back here at us. Let's see whether or not he can get down our inside. He's already halfway alongside me here, as Vettel does make a move. We do touch wheels a little bit, but nothing major, nothing that will affect our races in this race. So yeah, you know, obviously we're doing okay. Anyway, flat out once again through Shin corner, and Leclerc just so slow. He's holding up basically a queue of cars here that are, well, I'm not going to say I'm considerably faster, but I am seemingly a little bit faster than Leclerc at this moment, possibly. So yeah, so Albon though not really getting past at the moment. And beautiful, again, exit of that final corner. We really are getting some good exits here.
Target +1.
Right. Brake considerably later here and around the outside of Bottas. That was a very nice manoeuvre then to get 5th place back in this race. Right, next up is Albon, of course. So, yeah, it is Bottas who's got the damage. So that probably affecting his performance in certainly the corners, I'd like to say. But in terms of straight line speed, maybe giving him less drag. Possibly. But that was a very nice move. Really well done then there, I think, personally myself, as we're now really gaining here on Alex Albon. We're gaining, really gaining. I've sort of gone a bit messy into that one. That time, can we keep 5th? No, we can't. So, sort of messed ourselves up a little bit there. Losing P5 to Bottas, but at the end of the day, I've got plans to take it back. And there we go, back up into 5th, ahead of Bottas once again.
We're going to box this lap, push hard on the in-lap.
So we're coming in at the end of this lap apparently, according to our race engineer. So that's obviously our pit stop. Pit stop now, window has opened. So it's been actually a pretty decent race from my perspective. Hamilton's obviously checked out up front. Verstappen's sort of checking out in 2nd place for his position now. But the battle for 3rd is actually quite intense right now. Like, in terms of the battle to, you know, not necessarily, you know, get Bottas, but yeah, there is a bit of a battle, and we've spun then on the curb. We'll have an instant replay what happened there, but I'm going to use a flashback. Do excuse me here, please, because obviously, yeah, you know, okay, yeah, it's my fault, probably a bit greedy, but at the end of the day, I don't want to, you know, end my race that way, in the barrier. So here we go then. So either way, it won't affect our race, because we weren't making a move either way. It just means we don't crash. Alright. And we've spun again. Oh! Jesus. Come on. I'm better than this, and, you know, I've had a good race up to this point. So, I don't want to ruin it now, because we have had a, well, fairly decent race, and that's why I hate this pit entry. It's one of the worst. And, yeah, knowing how bad it is, literally, I told you guys, this in-lap has been very, very horrible. And another 5-second penalty. You know what I feel like saying right now? Slow the car down, come on. It's just such a stupid pit lane entry. Like, it's so slow, but not only is it so slow, it's just so narrow of a pit lane. Right, so we'll be lucky to get out ahead of Leclerc here.
Go, exit now. We're racing on the exit.
But
Release.
certainly close to Leclerc. Not bad. Good pit stop.
Look after these tyres now.
Right, pit exit's nice here. I'm not gonna lie, pit exit is a nice one here. Right, anyway. So part 2 of this race is now begun. Then, as this is now the final stretch of the race to come. Now, if we get Leclerc, we're effectively in a net podium position. So let's see whether or not we can get Leclerc here. We'll soon see. As we do close up to the back of Leclerc quite nicely, but just not enough at the end of that straight. And that was a good exit. Very good exit. Just maybe a bit too good of an exit possibly here as we head up into Shin corner. Flat out, of course. We're going to try it. Not going to be silly in this manoeuvre because, you know, obviously we've got the undercut strategy anyway on Albon, so we're going to be probably ahead of Albon. But I'm not going to worry here too much. Doubt Albon will be ahead of us. Have my doubts. And can we get ahead? Yes, we can. So there we go then. Up into what is effectively a net podium. Now, next up is Verstappen. It'd be amazing if we can compete with Verstappen. Really would be, because, you know, in truth, I honestly wouldn't think we'd be competing with Verstappen or this high up the order, let alone have this much pace. Really am shocked by how quick we are. We are actually racing on our usual settings. I'm just going to clarify that, just in case anyone's wondering. Usually I race on 94% AI. What's the difficulty? 93. Okay, maybe that could explain it a touch, but I don't think it would make this much of a difference. Surely not. Like, would 1% make that much of a difference? What do you think? 1% less than what I normally race on? I don't think that's... Whoa.
is 2.3 seconds.
I'd take evasive action. Yeah, I don't think 1% would make too much of a difference, to say the truth. I mean, 1% would, yeah, it'd make some difference, but not this much. No, I'm sorry. Like, you know, a little bit easier. Well, it wouldn't even make it a little bit easier. I think it'd make it about the same. Anyway, so Leclerc locked up there. What happened there in that chicane? Leclerc just locked up, hit my tyre, and luckily I didn't lose any of my front wing end plate. Otherwise, really would have been a struggle to get the car home rest of this race in this position, let alone maybe even a top 5. But yeah, you know, Leclerc locked up. We sort of had no other option but to go on and to take some evasive action. As Leclerc comes down my inside again, we leave the door open, obviously, and we just push Leclerc a little bit wide there. Oh my days, that is very much on the limit, as Leclerc looking so much better in his second stint right now. Even though we got past him earlier on, Leclerc just looking very, very good indeed. So, right now we're on track for our first podium. Right now Leclerc is not on track for the podium. However, at this rate, yes, he is on track of the podium, and he's now back up into third, taking away that podium spot from us with ease. But again, we get a very good exit off that corner, and we're going to turn up the ERS deployment, because obviously I want to keep this fight up with Leclerc for as long as possible, realistically and ideally, because, you know, I want to beat Leclerc here. You know, we're in the battle, so let's try and battle. We've got the pace, let's try and, you know, win the race, or, you know, beat Leclerc, of course, you know. And Leclerc doing a very nice job defensively. Right, again, we're going to be very good out of this corner, like we've been all race. And we're in the DRS, got the DRS, here we go then, on Charles Leclerc, once again. Then, who can break the latest? I do wonder, it's Leclerc. Can we keep a foot in the door? No, is the answer, as Leclerc chops off and closes the door. Then, Vettel now trying to force his way through possibly on the inside, but we are somehow staying ahead of Vettel here. 4/10 is the gap to Leclerc.
Paper is looking really good. You're managing it well.
Gonna just turn up the engine a little bit, so then we can overly gain on Leclerc and possibly keep in touching distance of Charles. Charles goes defensive. He also locks up for good measure. We are going to try and convert around the outside here. We're going to push Leclerc to the right. Keep pushing him. And then just trying everything we got. Here comes Vettel. This is really good battle between, well, us Alphas and the two Ferraris. Brilliant battle, I must say. Absolutely brilliant. Even if we don't come third, I'm really happy with the way this race is going. Like, oh, I'm no longer happy, but yeah, I was happy with the way this race was going. Like, really, really good battle going on at the moment with us Ferraris. Well, the Ferrari of Vettel, myself, and Leclerc. So yeah, really, really good battle going on. Absolutely fantastic, must say. Anyway, battle will continue as Albon now starting to join this pack, and here goes Vettel now on his teammate. Can Vettel get now third? Yes, he can. But Vettel and Leclerc go side by side. Oh my days, so close between the two Ferrari teammates. I must say, and they're still side by side. This is fantastic to watch. Absolute pleasure to watch. This is an incredible race it's been so far. I must say, talk about France, been one of my favourite Grand Prix.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Absolute brilliance going on. So, lap 10. And Vettel and Leclerc side by side. Once again. And now we're slipstreaming Vettel here. Oh, this is fantastic racing between all three of us. Wheel to wheel with Vettel, wheel to wheel with Leclerc. We sort of go a little bit off track. But fantastic. Really is on the limit. Just giving each other enough room, but being fair in our manoeuvres. And now Albon's joining as a 4th member of the party. This is brilliant stuff. What's going on? Right, this time we got a good exit here. Going to be right on Vettel's tail as we come down the pit straight. We're going to tuck into Leclerc's slipstream. Oh. Yes!
Nice move.
As we
Great job.
get Vettel now. Now we can go back chasing Leclerc. Up into 4th we go. Now Leclerc again under pressure by myself. As Vettel now the one trying to chase us down, myself and Leclerc. And here we go then on Leclerc to take back P3. Thank you Leclerc once again. It's been a humble, battle. And there we go, back up into P3. We got a little bit wide, not getting the greatest of exits, but there we go. Right, we're back into P3, turning down the ERS, just saving a little bit, because, I'm sure they're not done yet. I'm sure there's more to come in terms of the line of battling with these two Ferraris. So, just want to save my ERS just a little bit here in the next few corners, just to bring down the ERS deployment somewhat, just to help a little bit, hopefully. Maybe they have done, I don't know. Maybe we've done it. Maybe we got the job done, but I doubt it. We move off the line out of Leclerc's slipstream. I wish I was. Or Jeff just said. But no, I'm not pulling out a second. Probably not even pulling out a 10th.
Our gap to the car in front is 4.0
Right, Verstappen 4.0. And here comes Leclerc once again. Leclerc's going to be right all over me by the time we get down into the braking zone. And in fact, no, he's not going to be right all over me. He's going to be past me. Up into third he goes. So right, 1 lap to go now. We're sat in P4 behind Charles Leclerc, who's in P3. Vettel's in P5. We've had a great battle with the 2 Ferraris up to this point. It's been a little bit of a hidden gem in this race. Can we get our first podium? Can Leclerc deny us of our first podium and extend his championship lead over Vettel, of course? Or is there going to be a surprise in store? Maybe Albon. Who knows? I honestly don't, however. Still. Braking into final corner. And we're actually not going to go past on this corner. We're going to just hold back. And there's a reason why I'm holding back. Because let's line Leclerc up. Let's be smart now about this. We're on the final lap of a race. We've got half a lap to go. I feel like I'm not saying the car is quicker necessarily than the Ferrari, but considering we got hot laps still to deploy and a bit of rich mix, let's now deploy that. Now's the time. Now we've spun. Jesus Christ. Right. And we've spun again. Ah. Right. Third time lucky. And third time is lucky. There we go. Easy as you like. Easy as pie. And that's us. Now up into third, into the podium. And I'll take this one. I think we've deserved... Well, I'm not going to say we've deserved it until we've crossed the line. If we do lose place in the next half a lap, then so be it. But I think we've deserved it. Considering how we've done, in the sense we've had an amazing race, like we've mainly kept it clean. Yes, okay, we've made 1 or 2 very basic spins on our own on lap 5 and obviously once again on lap 13. But other than that, tell me another flaw. You know, we've driven well, we've been quick, we've been up to par today, and we will come home to take our first podium in Formula 1, and that is a brilliant result. First podium then there as a Formula 1 driver for Fabian Vettel. Then what a race, what a performance from us as well. Well done to Lewis Hamilton then there, who I did say on lap 2, Lewis Hamilton has won it, sure indeed enough. Yes, he has, of course. Absolutely superb performance by Lewis Hamilton, I must say that. Would he finish, you know, quite a number of seconds ahead. So that puts us certainly back up ahead of Alex Albon in the drivers' standings. And helps us out also sort of distance ourselves again from that midfield pack. In terms of points wise, so yeah, that's a very good result for us, and I think that's a good podium actually. Verstappen, yes, okay, maybe not as quick as Hamilton, but we truly don't know, and quite frankly, he got the job done. You know, very early on to get, just like Lewis, up into the podium positions. In ahead of Leclerc, ahead of obviously everyone else, and he's also just did what Lewis did, checked out a little bit from the midfield pack, obviously then there. So yeah, then you know Lewis Hamilton deservedly won, as you can see. Yeah, I really do think Lewis deservedly won that race. 12 seconds, yeah, who doesn't? If you win by, I think, more than about 5-6 seconds, you deserve to win, but 12 seconds, fantastic for Lewis Hamilton. And then us, you know, we sort of deserved it in a way, like, we didn't really make many mistakes. Yes, we made one or two errors, like, none affected by the other drivers, but we didn't make any mistakes, as in, we didn't do it all the time. We only did it on, what, 2 laps of race? Lap 5 and lap 13, where we spun, a couple of times, but that was it. That was it. And the pace, as you can see, was good. Actually, we were the second quickest car possibly on the circuit, actually, which just shows you, no, we weren't. We were third quickest. So yeah, third quickest car, and third place. So yeah, you know, that is a pretty nice one indeed. Anyway, let's have a look at the driver standing. So yes, we do move up ahead of Alex Albon then there in 6th place, and again, comfortably, just extending our championship lead over 8th place Perez. We now got, I think, 35-point gap, well 36 actually, in all fairness, which ain't bad indeed, and, you know, we're 4th in the constructors as well. Again, a pretty decent gap back to McLaren F1 and Racing Point, of course. So yeah, you know, pretty nice championship at the moment. Ferrari lose a lot of points today, sort of, due to the fact they, you know, obviously didn't pick up race wins, so they lose a handful of points. Still got a comfortable lead. You know, same with Leclerc. So yeah, you know, at the end of the day, I'm sure they're not worried. You know, there's a long way to go though for both Ferrari and Mercedes and the drivers. You know, you just never know. Formula 1 is always full of surprises. And even we are still not mathematically out of the championship. We're only 60 points behind Leclerc, and actually we think we gained 3 points, if I'm correct, either way today, due to that result. So yeah, we were carrying 63 coming into this, now 60 coming out. So yeah, we do gain actually 3 points. Not saying championship's on or anything, or in contention, absolutely not. But at the end of the day, still, we're pretty solid in terms of where we are at the moment, and you know, I'm sure we can improve also going into Austria, one of my favourite circuits, which actually is somewhere where, you know, we could actually do, well, win a race this season. So yeah, you know, at the end of the day, you just never know what's going to happen though in Formula 1. It's always full of surprises. And yeah, then, right, we'll go into the hub. I think we've got a contract review, meaning we can upgrade our contract worth, you know, and hopefully get a better and new deal. I think we deserve a good deal right now, but I'm still going to try and select us as a number 2 driver, because I don't fancy, you know, you know, so right, expected quality, I'm going to say 10th and 9th in the race, because, yeah, I just want to, you know, alright, let's see whether or not this one will be accepted. Yes, it is. There we go. That's good then. So, there we go. Right, developments. Right, we're gonna obviously try and purchase that part once again, help us out there. Engine wise, we're gonna upgrade this. Now, I'm gonna upgrade that and also upgrade that, so get some more aerodynamic upgrades on the car for the next race outing. So yeah, you know, hopefully that should be good. So yeah, that's pretty good then. First podium in Formula 1. Then there, so that's certainly not bad. First podium finish ever in a Formula 1 car. And first podium for Alfa Romeo as well, indeed. So yeah, that's pretty good for Alfa Romeo as we go. But, you know, still a long way in the championship to go. Make no mistake about this. There's a lot of work to be done. Anyway, next weekend, obviously, Austria. I like Austria a lot. I don't know about you guys, whether you like Austria. We're not going to do this one today. again, we're going to put that back up to 94. That's usually what I race on anyway, 94. It was only 1% down. I don't know whether that would make any difference or much of a difference. I'm not sure. I can't say. I can only say what I know. You know, I don't think it would have. 1%. It's a bit like, well, in Formula 1, in this game, it's not like Master and Legend, no. This is, you know, yeah. But yeah, we'll see. How this race weekend goes. Right. Development failure. Again, another development failure. Rear downforce. That's okay. Just annoying because, you know, it's just development failure. Great. Lovely. Right. Next rival. I'm going to select Alex Albon here as my next rival, in matter of fact, because we are in a bit of a championship battle with Alex. So yeah, you know, I'm going to select Alex as the next rival. Let's have a look where we're making gains at the moment. So, in terms of engine department, we may have actually the best engine by next race, Silverstone. Chassis-wise, we're pretty midfield. And yeah, again, we're moving up in the aerodynamics. Not fast, but steady. I'm not sure what I'll do next in terms of aerodynamics. I may upgrade this, as this opens up options. Probably next. Only 900 and something points. But yeah, we'll see. Like, these upgrades won't be coming for a couple of races still to come. So yeah, you know, at the end of the day, still got a long way to go though in the championship as results go. But we're making progress. You know, as it comes, you know, in terms of how the progress looks, progress history, as you can see, yeah, we are making a bit of progress. Still got a long way to go to catch them midfield, but yeah, that's best result of the season, of course. What can we do here? I don't know. We'll see. But until the next time, folks, hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please make sure you click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and until the next time, folks, have a great day.